Welcome back to the third episode of Spinner of Scares.
Somewhere in a small Kansas home lies an instrument of torment and terror. A device filled with a constantly changing collection of terrible horror movies to rot the minds and souls of its users. Dollar Tree trash, used DVD store filth, and Goodwill garbage abandoned by their previous victims. All of these films must be watched and reviewed until the end of time. This is the Wheel of the Worst. I mean, the Spinner of Scares.
Xavier, aren't you happy that we're finally back?
Spin.
Aren't you happy?
Spinny spin.
That we're back at the spinning?
Yes!
Yeah! Well, this is a very special episode of Spinner of Scares because we got our brand new camera, our brand new studio lighting that you might have noticed, only a little distracting, and in our brand new Spinner mansion. And this is a very special episode of Spinner of Scares because it's also our first themed wheel. Don't fucking touch that! It's our first themed wheel. It is an animal themed wheel. We have 7 animal themed films to select from and spin. We have The Unkindness of Ravens, The Jurassic Games, Win the Games, Win Your Freedom, Freshwater, Terror Lives Below the Surface. Then we have some movies in collections that don't have their own covers, so I'll just put the posters up on the screen when I read them. But the next one is Shark Zone, The Giant Gila Monster.
It's Gia, there's no L.
How giant is it?
The Devil Bat. And of
Fucking
course,
Stanley!
fucking Stanley.
Yes!
Yeah, which is obviously the one that we're going to be hoping to land on when we spin, which is right now. Xavier, go! Spin! Fuck.
What
It went right in between.
It looks more like it's the Jurassic Games.
It's definitely more
Your
towards
head is
Gila
in the
Monster.
way.
It's definitely more towards Jurassic because it's like aimed there and then you like.
Monster.
Oh.
I think it's more towards Gila Monster.
I don't want to watch a friggin' shitty 50s movie.
Well, for the first time in Spinner history, we have a draw.
After we spin.
No, we have a draw between Jurassic Games and Gila Monster.
Okay.
What do we do?
Just spin the damn wheel again.
Just spin the wheel again.
Okay, we could have had either of those, but try your luck and spin again, I guess. It's
The unkindness
of Ravens. Are we gonna go with that, or are we gonna?
How unkind is the wheel to us today?
It was pretty kind when we got either of those 2 movies, but you didn't want to, so we got Unkindness of Ravens. Thanks to Derek and Xavier, who wanted to respin. The Unkindness of Ravens. Andrew is a homeless veteran of the Afghanistan War who suffers from a severe case of PTSD. His counselor, that's not very funny. It's not very funny. His counselor, Angela, recommends that he take some time away from the world in an isolated cottage in the Scottish Highlands. There, Andrew finds himself in a battle against his own demons and the ravens that are his greatest fear. He is confronted with images of war and death, becoming increasingly mad as he is plagued by ravens and demonic, dark-cloaked figures. Andrew must confront his fears and overcome them to return to the normal world.
We got the
He's got
PTSD movie.
Yeah!
He's got a Vietnam War syndrome. That's what he gets for killing babies.
Nope, this is the second spin. We already
Yeah, that's
locked
what
in
I
the
mean.
first spin.
That's what-
Okay. Just go. Just let's see.
You know, most hosts are charismatic, but you're kind of just a dick.
Well, you gave me Unkindness of Ravens over Giant Gila Monster. Let's fucking...
Is it Stanley?
It's Stanley.
Let's fucking go!
It's Stanley. Stanley. Sizzling with suspense and action, this dramatic story about an embittered Vietnam veteran who retreats from society. This is awesome. It's a 2 for 2. into the Florida Everglades and becomes inseparable companions with a pet rattlesnake. A pet he teaches to kill on command.
We've been getting a Vietnam vet theme
it's a
and an
vet
animal theme.
It's a double theme episode. We got Stanley, baby. Okay, well, this is already a winner, so let's see what our final spin is. Ravens, which means we get player choice.
So I get a pick.
Yeah, you do.
I'm thinking Shark Zone.
I'm thinking Jurassic Games.
I'm thinking,
I'm really thinking Jurassic Games.
I don't know, man. Shark Zone. Shark Zone.
Crummy 90s action movie versus awesome dinosaur games. Come on, dinosaurs.
This is gonna make me want to kill myself.
Dinosaurs, yeah!
Fine, we'll watch fucking Jurassic Games, whatever.
I mean, it's your choice.
No, it's not my
No,
choice.
it
I'm gonna
is.
bitch
I
and
was-
moan.
I was just saying.
We'll watch Jurassic Games.
You seem to be in a very hostile mood during Spinner of Scares. He's walking off set.
We should have watched Giant Gila Monster instead of Unkindness of Ravens.
No. We always need to have one movie we don't want to watch.
That is true. It could be a surprise.
And plus, I'm sure the Unkindness of Ravens might be... It's not going to be interesting. It might be funny.
True.
Get ready for convicts versus carnivores. In the near future, every year 10 of the world's most lethal death row criminals compete for their freedom in the Jurassic Games, a TV show where contestants must survive against ferocious dinosaurs and each other. The last survivor is granted freedom, fame, and fortune.
So you can be like a violent, child-murdering death row inmate who fight some dinosaurs and be a celebrity.
You can be R. Kelly, survive some dinosaurs, kill some people, piss on some graves, and get back out.
Well, I think we got some real winners here. I think we got a good episode going. Xavier seems really excited.
Veterans!
Yeah! Let's get watching.
Come on, baby, make it good. Let's fucking go! Go, you little bitch. Hey, you know what? Can we get some wind just to make them sway a little bit? You're not gonna shoot me.
All right. The Jurassic Games. What do we think?
It was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was quite fun.
What a banger, I'd have to say.
Good's an understatement. To me, it's Bone Jangles, which is saying something.
I would say it's crammed between Bone Jangles and Nazis.
I think that's fair. That's more of a fair assessment.
I think I like Bojangles more.
Me
personally.
Because Bone Jangles has that 20-minute monologue.
That is
I
true.
hate that monologue.
But I just like the slasher stuff in it.
Well,
But that
for-
20-minute monologue does really suck in that movie. That's pretty cool.
If we're sitting here debating over whether it's as good as Bone Jangles, then you know it's a quality film we're talking
Yeah,
about.
it certainly is.
I think the best way to talk about this film is to just go around and say our favorite moment from the film.
I'm gonna have to think. You guys start.
Well, my favorite is when a guy gets picked up by a pterodactyl and then lands on a mine ass first and explodes and
Yeah.
nothing.
That one's mine too. Actually.
Probably just like straight out of the gate, the guy that was like, "Stay the fuck out of my way," kid for like no reason.
Stay out of my way, you piece of shit! Okay!
So the first person who dies gets like a little. They get a short film about what they did to get on death row. He was some footage of this guy at his school, and then he was a school bomber. He just blew up a bomb at his school and killed like 60 people.
Of course, we can't feel too sorry for him. That guy liked to blow people up. A lot.
Dr. Franklin? You okay? God, he's so weird.
I guess we need to explain the premise. It's just 10 death row inmates surviving a game with they have to avoid getting eaten by dinosaurs and shit.
And you'd think with a plot like that, there'd be like 20 minutes of just nothing happening until the game like starts, like
Yes,
right. It's like
starts at the game.
If you got a 2-minute montage and then boom, they're in the game.
And then boom, school bombing.
School bombing snuff film.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So it's like the only time it happens where someone dies and they show their crime, and then that never happens again.
But there's right before that, there is a time where it's like introducing some of the contestants, and it's listing off their crimes, and they're like kill counts. They're like comically high.
William Davis, guilty on 23 counts of drug-related homicide.
One of them had 35 counts of murder.
35 murder counts.
Victor Gonzalez, the Wasp, leader of the Hive drug cartel, guilty of 35 counts of murder.
But they didn't do it for everyone. That's like my only complaint.
I know. I wish they did for everybody. It gave me some Starship Trooper vibes a little bit at some point because it started having like commercials and there were like action figures for the death row inmates.
And the host.
I'm Tugger. I'm innocent. I'm Albert, and I'm gonna eat you.
Jurassic Games action figures available wherever fine toys are sold. Collect all 10 contestants today.
And if you collect all 10 action figures of this year's contestants, we will throw in the brand new version of yours truly.
Get the school bomber action figure.
This movie's actually hilarious.
This movie is pretty great.
You could.
yes.
This is like. I think this is the first movie we've watched where you can kind of tell they purposely made funny jokes instead of just being like, "Oh, this is haha bad." They make genuinely hilarious jokes.
So I think they knew it was bad, but they're just embracing it.
I know, because when I think of Nazis to the center of the earth, their whole joke was, "Oh, this is a bad movie." Haha. This movie just had a freaking hilarious joke. It starts with a school bombing.
The CGI was surprisingly really
CGI
good
was, for a
for
Dollar
such
Tree
a cheap
movie.
movie.
I think it, for the most part, it was alright, but there were some moments where you can tell it was pretty shoddy.
Yeah, really, the only part I would complain about the CGI in is when like people are getting eaten.
Yeah, and where there's
The
people.
plant was really bad.
The plant was also very bad, but then he started punching the plant, and they got the plant off of it. So
The guy's face makeup
They-
actor looked fine.
they said, I was never going to help you anyway, you stupid piece of shit."
Your mother's in hell.
This isn't it for me. I was never gonna help you anyway, you piece of shit. Your mom's gonna follow me to hell.
Yeah, if they like try to mix dinosaurs with people, it looks really bad. But if it's like just dinosaurs, it usually ends up looking really good.
Yeah.
Really surprisingly.
I want to
good.
say really good. I'd say
I would say for Dollar
yeah,
Tree,
for what
really
this
good.
is okay. It was not like a standing thing bad. I'd give it like Jurassic World Dominion CGI levels.
Yeah, but
So blockbuster movie level.
Shitty blockbuster.
Yeah,
movie
shitty
levels.
blockbuster movie level.
Oh, there's also a scene right before the guy gets dropped on a minefield. The pterodactyl drops him on a mine. They spawn in a triceratops,
Struggled there.
and then you think he's the bad guy, and then he blows up.
Oh yeah, there's constantly shots of people like just tuning in to watch it. You see like a child's birthday party while the kids are dressed as dinosaurs. They're watching people
They all look like
brutally
NPCs.
murdered.
There's a cannibal, and when he dies, everybody starts cheering.
Yeah, because he gets eaten alive, so it's kind of like ironic.
Like I thought the final level was a cool idea to have them chained up and have to find the key in the sand. I didn't think that was a bad idea.
Especially when there's 3 T-Rexes
Yeah.
fighting each other.
Yeah.
I mean, like even without the T-Rexes, because you know it gives them the opportunity to just murder each other. But then adding the T-Rex just makes it funny, and then adding 2
Yeah.
more makes it funnier.
Should have added 5 more, then it would have just been pure hilarity.
Kept adding T-Rexes. I thought the main actor was okay. I didn't think he was bad actually. except for one jarring line that, like, if you watch it, you'll kind of know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna kill you, Tom!
I said kill him!
I'm gonna kill you!
He's actually pretty well acted most of the movie. You can tell everybody's having fun. There's the main character's kids are the worst child actors I've probably ever seen.
They're not hardly even children.
It's
They look
comical.
like-
If he wins, he will be pardoned of all of his crimes.
He didn't commit any crimes. And he didn't kill my mom.
Andrew, stop. We're not supposed to talk about it.
Get him out of the game. Please.
Please get out of the game. Please. Get him out of the game. Jurassic Games. I don't know what else to say. I think you
Just watch it.
Yeah, I think
That's all I
this
wanted
is
to
what
say.
you to watch.
With friends, preferably. I mean, this is the type you have to watch with friends, I would say.
I don't know. To me, I think you could get enjoyment if you watch this by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely better with friends because you have a group of people who realize how hilarious this movie is. But I think this one you could watch on your own and have a good time. After a breakup or something, or your mom's death, you could just watch Jurassic Games and then
Yeah, everything would just be
after a
great.
school bombing, you might just. All right, well.
Yeah. Enough said. Watch Jurassic Games. Let's move on.
Now
Unkindness of Ravens.
let's see how unkind these ravens are.
I mean, they seem pretty unkind on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall
The
in.
title says so. The unkindness of ravens. I gander they are very unkind.
Afghanistan vets.
The unkindness of ravens. What do we think?
They were quite unkind in this movie.
It was
like nothing.
It was an unkind waste of my time. Oh my gosh.
First, I'd like to clarify that Kenzie is still here. She just fell asleep for about 90% of the movie, so she's not going to be here for the conversation.
I was playing on my
How
phone
could
the
she?
entire time.
It was quite a riveting movie.
Holy
A lot going on.
garbage. I'll give credit where credit's due. I think the main actor did a very good job. I think he killed it.
He didn't kill it. He was alright.
I think if it was a better movie, if it was better written, then his performance would have stood out more. The problem is that the movie was so boring with everything besides what he was doing. I think the best way to describe this film, it's just what people think A24 movies are like.
Yeah. Just artsy fartsy.
Artsy garbage. And it wasn't even all that metaphorical. The entire movie, it's about this Afghanistan, the traumatized PTSD, whatever. It's so over the top PTSD. It's more it's basically just schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And
I like how a man without PTSD is this is such an exaggerated version of this disease.
I can guarantee.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm
You can't just
You don't
walk
have
around
to
the
have
house now.
PTSD to know that's not PTSD.
You can't just walk around a house and have 5 PTSD flashbacks in a single day, just looking at pictures of crows.
Yeah.
You think Rambo got scared of birds? I don't think so.
Just a baby, in my opinion.
But I mean, he did. The movie's just about his struggle with that PTSD, but he beats it. He beats the Raven.
Yeah, you can just beat PTSD.
He beat the
can't
Raven to beat PTSD, and that's how the movie ends. So, I really do.
If you want to watch a horror movie with war flashbacks, just watch House from 1985. It's at least funny too.
There's literally nothing to say about this movie. It's just nothing.
Just watch House.
The whole plot is just veteran who I think is homeless because every shot of him in the city is just him sitting on the street or just standing around. But he has a therapist while he's homeless, I guess. And she just tells him to go live at this place and just chill and feel better. And then he goes there and then
Feels
He does
worse.
not chill.
Feels way.
Chill.
He does not chill or feel better.
minutes of him walking around and just having either crow scare
It's
sessions.
not 30
or-
minutes. It's the whole movie. That's what the whole movie is.
And then it kind of picks up a little bit, and he has a little fight scene at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a whole delusion.
I feel like if the end was like a freaking if the end was just like a short film, it would have worked a lot better.
Yeah.
You could definitely compact this whole thing to like a 3-minute short film.
You could literally cut out the rest of it and just show the end, and then it still has the exact same metaphor they were doing the entire movie, and then it completes it.
Just less guy running around being scared of visions.
Yeah.
How do we feel about his little doppelganger?
I couldn't let you do it. What are you talking about? We're talking about the birds and the bees. Or just the birds, if you please.
His little goofy sidekick.
I thought it could have been way funny. Like
I think nothing of him.
I didn't think it was a bad idea. I think it was just the movie so boring that it didn't really
It's
matter.
an idea that's been done billions of times.
I know, but like,
it was just nothing.
it was nothing in this. It was
just nothing to me.
absolutely nothing.
Cut him out of the movie.
Just cut the movie out of the movie.
Yeah, that's for sure. But especially cut that out.
You could cut the fucking Ravens out of the movie and nothing would change.
If they made it like a folk movie, like the Wicker Man type of thing, with like a Ravenclaw, that would have been cooler. And have, have like a bigger body count or something. Other than that, it was just
But
retarded.
yep, it was an hour and a half one-man play, so.
This isn't even recording.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
We can see the red dot.
Yeah, I can't fall for that anymore.
Usually Nick still shit himself.
Okay, we don't have to talk about this anymore. I do not recommend this movie.
I probably wouldn't know.
Maybe if you're some stupid college student who thinks this stuff is
cool,
smart, and endearing, then check it out.
But
for the rest of us who like entertaining movies, don't watch it.
But Dylan is a stupid college film student. He doesn't like it, so.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah, but he's not like an artsy-fartsy, stupid college student. There's a market for this.
There's a very large market for this.
Cause this is like a splatter painting.
Why are we
on a movie.
talking about it? Oh,
Let's end on a positive note. Let's all say one thing we liked. I like something we liked.
I already said I like the actor.
Yeah, I
like
like
the actor quite a bit.
I like how the Ravens look.
The Raven people design. I like their mask.
Yeah,
It's
really cool. I didn't think the gore effects. I didn't think that.
Oh, the gore was really good. I was
I
gonna
thought
say
the
that.
gore
Gore was
cool.
fine when they had the gore. When they thought about, or when they thought to show something at least a little bit interesting.
There was this one part where it was like a spider was building its little web, at like normal speed, and to show the passage of time, they sped it up, and the spider like go around like a clock, like a fast clock.
Yeah, you see, I didn't really notice because I didn't care.
Yeah.
I just noticed the spider.
Some of the cinematography was alright.
It's not badly made
It's a
film,
nice-
it's just boring.
It's a pretty setting.
If you want to watch a crow rip someone's eye out, just watch the Tales from the Crypt episode, Carry on Death.
Or
It's way shorter and more entertaining.
just watch The Lighthouse. Just watch the fucking Lighthouse.
So, not recommending The Unkindness of Ravens today.
Nope. No way.
Nope.
Alright, Stanley time.
Break and then Stanley time.
Stanley time.
For sure.
Stanley.
Looking at myself, seems like I'm changing.
Stanley, I want to meet Susie, Stanley. Okay, touch him. Come on, touch him. It's all right. He's not slimy, is he? Dry and warm like the touch of a little man.
All right. Stanley thought Xavier had to leave early and kids just didn't watch it, so it's just us.
No, wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
I thought it was alright.
I mean, it's just a schlocky 70s animal horror movie. I mean, it's my type of thing, so I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It's a very environmental movie where all the people trying to kill the snakes for animal skin clothing get murdered by snakes.
Or for a show or whatever.
There was also a subplot about a strip club using snakes.
And then she bites the snake's head off.
Yeah, for a very environmental movie, there's probably like 7 or 8 snakes that get killed on camera.
And like actual snakes.
Actual snake killing.
It's a very mixed message.
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna off.
They say, pretty much implied by the 2 strip club people being killed, that it's bad to kill animals for like a show. Yet the movie does it.
And the Buck said that he trains Stanley to kill people, but like that never happens. Stanley just kind of kills people.
Yeah,
on his
Stanley
own.
just kind of more protects the owner from situations, I guess. Except for the end, of course, when spoiler alert for those who want to watch Stanley. Stanley turns on the owner when he tries to get him to kill like this innocent girl for whatever reason.
Yeah, he kills like the main leader of the whole snake skin trading thing, and then he just like kidnaps his daughter for no reason and then takes him home to be his wife.
Yeah, Mo Green from The Godfathers in this movie, and he was just a comically evil snake killer. And that freeze frame as he's jumping in the pool is one of my favorites.
That was an amazing freeze frame.
That was a high point of the movie. There's like Native American slurs being thrown towards the main character.
When it comes to an engine, you can't tell the difference between them and a stinking snake in the grass.
Like all the time?
Yes, but he's clearly not Native American.
Or at least very little percentage Native
Yes,
American.
now far be it from me to say that someone doesn't look like a particular race, since I am, mixed race. But he did not look at all Native American whatsoever.
White man, that's bull.
The crack addict I thought was funny.
There's a very drug-addicted person who is responsible for about half the snake deaths in the movie.
He certainly was.
Yeah, mother.
My favorite scene is where he hands a gun off to a guy by aiming it directly at his head.
Yeah,
Like,
I noticed that. I was really expecting him to just shoot him right there. That would have been great. This fat guy gets bit in the ass by a snake. That was pretty funny.
Quite yours.
Hey, Bob, look out!
Just really not a whole lot going on, I guess. But I mean, still much more going on than that.
Than the Kindness of Ravens, definitely a lot more happening.
Yeah. Yeah, compared to Ravens, this is like freaking Mad Max Fury Road.
There's the old man hitting on his daughter.
You're getting to be some nice-looking girl, Susie.
Come on, cool it, Dad. I'm your daughter, remember? Not one of your cheap young ladies you just said goodbye to.
Come on, Susie, don't talk to me that way, please.
That is true.
That was,
the old pervert hitting on his daughter.
See that?
That was pretty. That was something, alright.
Not an essential plot element that the main villain's dad was attracted to his daughter.
It certainly was not a plot point, other than to show just how comedically evil that guy is and how just scumbaggish he is.
All you minorities are the same in this country, you know that?
Oh, I guess I'll just mention this for the people out there. The main snake, Stanley, after the filming of this, was turned into a wallet, and the director of this movie still owns it to this day, if he's still alive. That's what it said in IMDb.
Well, yes, very environmental film.
Yes.
Very pro-snake film.
They defanged the snakes and sewed their mouths shut so they wouldn't bite anyone. Yet 2 people still got bit during the making of this movie. The screenwriter also wrote the script for this in 3 days on amphetamines, which I certainly do believe it.
I believe it.
Especially with the druggy guy. I bet that's what the screenwriter.
That was just self-insert. That was just the screenwriter who wrote himself in.
Yeah. Oh, and the guy also. I mean, the main guy who says he loves snakes at the end, when one of the snakes refuses to bite the woman, he just slings them against the wall and just whips them around him.
Filthy Franks.
Yeah.
Where he puts
with the hamster in the sock.
He
Yeah.
just did that with snakes, with 2 snakes.
Look at your vest and your belt. You thrive off the skins of living creatures. I catch snakes for Dr. Everett so the venom can be used medically. And I don't hurt them in any way.
It's like Cannibal Holocaust level at that point. If he just slings snakes against the wall.
I think this definitely had a higher kill count than Cannibal Holocaust. Well, would you recommend Stanley? I think I would.
I would too, if you like old drive-in type 70s schlock movies like I do. Yeah. I don't know if I'd watch this again or anything.
Yeah, I would say it's probably like a one-time viewing.
Yeah. It's alright. I've seen better, I've seen worse.
So, best of today's episode was Jurassic Games.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
So that was episode 3 of Spinner of Scares.
No doubt.
See you on the next episode.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I see the spinning wheel, and I spin it.
That's a new theme song.